Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is.
Is it me?
That beautiful lady over there.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Does this about the restaurant you work at?
I had arranged him. Maybe I should change my voice so you can know that it's a lady. I had arranged to meet at a late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. There are no pockets.
Oh.
There are no pockets in
just
my
when we were
outfit.
talking.
I have nowhere to hide a gun. I'm a pretty lady.
Who said anything about your pockets?
Those are the witness's own words on the matter.
Ugh, that's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress.
Dude, calm down, man.
Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway.
English is harder.
English is the future.
Uh-huh.
We must all speak good English.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Meaning of what, prosecutor Archie?
Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations, and I'm not making her uncomfortable. It's you.
Yeah.
Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask.
Do you think so, Kazuma?
Oh,
I'm gonna die. Oh, I mean, well, what a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police.
I don't.
As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Right. Simply because it was unnecessary.
Unnecessary in what way?
I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about.
Oh, how fucking convenient for you.
This photographic print.
My glasses is...
Oh, it's fucking see-through.
he
Wait.
has a tattoo. Yeah, that's on the plate.
Yes.
I was looking at it earlier because I was like, why is it a little longhorn? A little Texan stink, if you will.
Yeah. So he burnt himself on the plate. But why? The print is...
Because he reached for the gun.
the gun.
Oh,
It's true. It's true.
this print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag.
Well, I never. You could see right through to what's inside.
If only her dress was like that.
That's right.
Gross.
Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment.
So the contents are clearly visible.
Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag because I could see right through it. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious.
Ugh.
As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here, all right?
Except there is. Wait, can you do court record again?
Thank you for helping to prove that Naruhodo-san.
Oh, it's not there yet. Never mind.
So how did he not know about the glass being taken if he could fucking see the glass?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, See, there's the little thing.
Yeah, but I can't do anything.
So glad I was just staring at that earlier.
Yeah, I was too. I was like, it reminded me of Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Or Longhorn Roadhouse, whatever, the steakhouse.
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse. What? I died.
Did you just die?
Yeah, I died. The end.
Order, order. Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
Good, though. I can observe the...
Now,
The
yeah.
photograph of the
insane.
handbag has been entered in the court record. I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel.
Court record time.
The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance.
It does, but I can't. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
It's still this. You see it? It's either a longhorn, or that's the head, that's the leg, and that's
It's
a butt.
twerking.
It's twerking.
Twerking among us.
It's
Like
yeah.
a freaking Illuminati. I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling.
Indeed. And there is only one logical conclusion.
Mistrial.
Yeah.
That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime. Oh.
Oh, I became the grudge for a second. Sorry. No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around, I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start.
Oh no, Cosmo.
Oh God. Oh man.
Cosmo, are you sleeping?
His flaps.
Oh no!
They're not flowing in the wind anymore. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. You imbecile.
What? You mean this is it?
You're gonna die.
What? No!
I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat while the strong eat. Speaking of
sounds
meat,
Ugh.
you
Look
were
like your
wasting
ass
your
is
time.
grass.
There is no way to defeat true justice. A fact you can chew on to your heart's content from the inside of your cell.
This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma, his dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers.
I'm never gonna go to Great Britain now.
Oh, Kazuma,
What?
is there really no chance now of turning this trial around?
The judge?
How'd you go from 0 to 1,000,000 in a second?
There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced so we can contest.
Kazuma?
Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue.
Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
This is...
This is all happening so fast.
You just submitted new evidence. We're not going to talk about it? What the fuck?
It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all.
Why don't you just go suck the British government's dick?
I'm trying to with this lady here.
Ugh.
That smug little.
Oh, he's sweating now. Or is it a tear?
both.
Oh, you sweat through your eyes.
Ryan Naruhodo,
Yes!
having
I didn't do anything.
I fucking hate being interrupted in my own court.
Well, it's Otto. Wait. Your Royal Highness.
Ryan?
I don't think you can rule on this case yet. Shut up.
This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Yes. Your Royal Highness, just a moment ago, you said this. What in the hell is on my hand?
I haven't noticed that till just now.
Yeah.
Was that there before? I think he had bare hands.
Yeah, this was not there. This is like a kendo thing, isn't it?
Maybe?
I don't know. As the photographic print just submitted appears to... Oh, I'm sorry, I'll be you. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling.
That doesn't sound anything like me.
That sounds exactly like you. Now that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean, bam! Then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question. Objection!
This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can't be no problem with this evidence.
Oh,
Except there is.
yes.
I don't know what you're doing, Ryan.
I'm trying to save your ass. For me.
I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag.
Ha! My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of the rookie's desperate wheezes.
Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze, it's a sneeze. Achoo! There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it.
Very well. I will grant the defense one final opportunity.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Eh.
Let's be
Uh-oh.
warned.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Let's be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect.
Oh, gavel me, Daddy.
Do I make myself clear?
Ah, transparently.
Oh my god, I hate that sound.
That's the slowest fap in history. Yes, Your Highness.
So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded.
Yeah. There. What?
Oh, you can't?
It should
On the right side, you see the little white spot?
that.
No, in the purse. I'm pointing at my screen like you can fucking see it again. So the purse is not totally see-through, but it looks like there might be like something dividing the middle, like on the right side of the purse. You see it? You see it? You can see the tablecloth through the purse. Maybe? Up top. Yeah.
Oh, what if you open the court record again?
Yeah. See here.
And then go to the...
This is the one where you can actually see. But I can't. Nothing happens with this. It sucks.
What if we... What about the picture of him sitting in front of it? Is there anything there? No.
It's gotta be. It has to do with
That little mark.
Yeah. We see
So what
this-
does it show when you click over the mark?
I'm double clicking, but if
Maybe
I
hard to present?
yeah, I just thought it's supposed to do the same thing as the other
Yeah.
thing where it like percent. Here, I'm just gonna like because there obviously is something here. So just in case, I'm just gonna
Well,
class the mark chain. No. I wonder if it's different for something like this. I have to just find it on my own. There's no help.
Yeah.
So it's this.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yes! Yep. Look at this here. There's a very unusual Texas Roadhouse mark on the victim's wrist.
that is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Oh, what a burn.
Very burn-like.
Objection!
Give me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly, that has nothing to do, well, nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag.
Yes, that's a burn mark. You're right. You can see. Congratulations.
Go on, Inspector.
The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we?
Yeah, we do.
And no possible way of knowing either.
Oh, I wonder how we're gonna know.
It does look like an Among Us
Oh.
twerking. An imposter twerking.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark, almost butt-like. However, as Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown,
You might call it sus.
I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise detail of this sussy burn.
Oh,
They found out about the Among Us mark. They cannot let them know that I was a part of this, that I am the imposter here.
Yeah, well, excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem that Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. She's a very busy lady. So
oh, does she? Does she have an appointment? You know who doesn't have an appointment? The dead Dr. Wilson.
Oh.
she's too busy for this shit. So, she'd like to know if she can be excused from the stand now.
No.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency's about to give his final ruling anyway.
What's your thinking on this, Ryan?
No.
I don't like it. Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case, or
What? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. It's clearly the Longhorn thing. So I was thinking, I should just keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. We figure it out.
Yes, you're right.
I am?
If we can just link that burn to the case, then if we can do that, we might be able to price this shutting door back open again.
This is the longest trial of my life. Is this the whole game?
For real.
This is one trial.
I could never.
Just give up, counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed. I'm afraid that without any evidence, I cannot allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture.
But if we had evidence, though,
We do.
evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on
Yes.
the victim's wrist to the case, then would you allow it?
Yes.
Because we did have that.
I would, yes.
Thank you.
To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn at all. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face.
Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. We already know what it is, so let's point it out. Oh my god. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what the burn is. Oh, sorry.
How disrespectful. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates the inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial.
Present. It was this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This one had the thingy.
Uh-huh.
Present. Do it. Let's finish this trial.
What's this, counsel? Yet another print?
Yes, Your Highness. I believe pornographic prints are an amazing invention. I also photographic. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore.
You hurry up, Rookie. What are you trying to say?
I know it's late at night. We're gonna hurry.
You inconvenience this poor lady any further would really would be quite inexcusable.
Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer, if you don't mind, Miss Best.
Actually, as you know, but it is.
You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here. Forevermore! I really like the word forevermore now.
What?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. That's your game. Then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. Alright, let's go.
Why the heck is that explain the victim's burn?
Oh, what is this in this photograph that explains the victim?
What? Oh, yeah. It's the one where I have to be like, ugh. Oh. There we go.
Yes!
The beefsteak.
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on.
The plates. Ah!
Your Excellency, are you alright?
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnaval.
Ah,
Yes. This fire emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn are exactly the same shape.
Ah! There's lots of screaming.
you're a genius.
I know.
You're spot on.
Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Objection!
But even if that is the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not.
Yes, we can.
It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It's most likely happened at some other unrelated time.
Well,
Objection!
Sadly, prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim.
Thanks.
Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But
I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although that's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure.
Could you be more specific, Inspector? Please take up more time.
Say,
Professor! Inspector, I mean.
I said, what? Let's see.
Inspector, please.
Well, you see. Let's see.
Some of us have work in the morning.
Oh, well, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that.
Alex. She's like, ha ha ha.
Sorry.
Go on.
that's it.
All right. Oh,
What?
You forget you're in control of it?
yes, I'm immersed.
What?
I'm immersed.
She's over here like Alex is taking up all this time.
Alex, hurry the fuck on. I mean, don't you know your lines?
I'm so confused now. Are we
Ugh.
stopping?
I'm sorry. Anyway.
Kelly forgot that she's on.
I'm
That could
immersed. I'm
bring
like,
down.
oh, what's gonna happen?
Oh,
It's inconceivable. Inconceivable.
It's inconceivable.
I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm on Monster Prom brain.
Where we can all.
Where it's you talking, you control your lines.
Oh, as the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
But you're a detective, not a waiter.
Yes!
Not a waiter.
There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for the real seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. Excuse me.
And yet, Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day or any before it.
That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either.
What are you suggesting?
He's a mute. Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything, like 3 seconds that day.
That would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel.
Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would have heard. All of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Well, yes, I suppose.
So, the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? This is so long.
I almost don't believe it. Ryan, what do you think?
Who was it? Was that you, Hayley? It said you reached across?
Yeah, to grab the gun.
Yeah, nice. Can it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, or at the conclusion at all. This has taken 6 hours. I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap. What? There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson
Was already deceased.
Was asleep.
he took a nap. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from one in particular situation.
Counsel, are you suggesting?
Yes, it's only possible. If the man was already dead.
Already?
Yeah.
Dead?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Now that you're being found guilty, you want to run away from your responsibilities and owning up to your crimes. I see how it is. Knowing what we know.
Oh no.
I do like the design of this courtroom more than the other one, the old one.
Good one. I like it. I like the lantern. That's pretty neat. Like flickers.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Full papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a little bow tie on the top.
Very realistic.
A bow
Yeah.
tie?
A little,
I like how they're all fucked up a little bit.
yeah, no, they are.
Where? Who? What? What's fucked up?
Papers.
Papers.
The papers, Kelly. The papers.
Oh, you said a bow tie.
Yeah, there's a little bow tie on top of the papers.
Yeah.
A tied bow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like that's not a bow tie.
Like a parcel.
Those are, that's a collar.
I wish
Sure
it was
is.
a tie.
Sorry, I heard my dog whining to go outside, so I ran before she peed on the floor.
Oh, you're
Oh.
good.
That's why I freaked out all of a sudden.
That's okay. I was just saying you ran away from your responsibilities and answering for your crimes.
You're right. I realized at the last second that I'm gonna lose this case.
Nor we know now it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead.
That's madness.
Wait, so it wasn't there to begin with? I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too.
Order, please. Counsel, explain this
Yeah, and-
absurd notion at once.
Yeah, so he didn't reach for the gun? So it was brought there for her?
So she was just like, okay, that's fine.
And then turned his chair around?
Weird. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp for the facts.
Objection!
No, prosecutor, ouchie. It's you who has no grasp of the facts.
I beg your pardon.
As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet?
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly. Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. It's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard. It's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it.
Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events.
Yeah, did I?
I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement and lunch with me.
But Your Excellency.
The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment.
Thank you, Your Highness. Show us your face. Damn it. What was that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
Who's big
I
brother?
knew it!
Miss Brett, you speak Japanese with a French accent? Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country after all.
But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now?
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, or French as I like to say, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible.
God.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Vulgar tones?
Wow, she's kind of racist.
Then why are you here? She's worse than me.
But it seems the men of this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen, French gentlemen. Sorry, I keep speaking with a French accent even though I have the Queen's English. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your level.
Oh my god, I hope this bitch goes away forever.
Well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman.
A bitch.
Yeah.
We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us.
I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words. Are you single? About these events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson.
Certainly.
So we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryan.
Remember when you had a mental breakdown like 2 scenes ago?
Yeah, why? What was that about?
Let's not talk about that.
Unfortunately, I have no idea why the poor man burned his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. And as far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. Except for maybe poison in his sparkling water. And that is why I stole the glass, because it has poison traces on it. But of course, this country's in very investigative techniques. Hello. He walked in.
That most captivating,
I sound like a
beautiful
crazy person.
testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Sure.
Izzy does it.
I hope that is the last time I will have to study my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue.
Oh my god, what a bitch.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody's just okay with that?
Hello.
Oh yeah, it's okay, 'cause she's got a giant swan on her head with an asshole. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure she poisoned the water,
Yeah.
and that's why she took the glass. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
That's true. He died from
Yeah.
poison, not the gunshot.
Because there's untraceable poison.
Yeah. And then they found the bullet, but it just didn't pass through.
Oh.
So yeah, he was dead before he arrived. Before the steak arrived. You're right.
Yeah, so he drank his water, died, and then they shot him anyway. So it looked like he got shot.
And put the gun on the ground, hoping someone would pick it up or
Yeah.
whatever. And then, oh, the bitch.
Oh.
Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
Oh, and she's a fucking Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, like to speak to your country's manager.
Yes. Well, her name is Brett.
Ugh. Ugh.
The Minister of Justice. May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible.
Okay.
Amen.
You are not Christian.
Yeah.
You can go jump in a lake with your swan.
Yeah.
Huh? Thanks. Was that a prayer then? From the she-devil herself?
You'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much.
Except everything.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in
Oh,
this
thank
trial.
God.
If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, well, you're fucking dead. I will be ruling on this case immediately. Is that clear?
Oh!
What? What was that all about?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, Your Royal Highness.
Then you may proceed with the cross-examination.
All right, bitches. Let's go. Court record.
Fortunately, I have no idea what the program but history like that.
It was before he died.
Yeah.
So we can press.
Yeah, press it.
Yes!
I don't have any time. I don't. But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed.
Do you think so? Let me ask you something.
Sorry.
Ever since I've entered this courtroom and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open.
Cosima, I told you to zip up after you were done. Like,
Excuse me.
you gotta clean up after.
You can't not have noticed, can you?
Huh? What? Ah! What the fuck?
Haha, what fun. You hadn't realized. The dear lady's absolutely right.
What an absolute bitch. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Brian.
You're the one who left the front door open.
Put the dig away.
You. Why didn't you do it?
Doctor was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a scene?
I'm gonna fucking end you.
Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can.
Wow.
Yes!
Yeah, you got a tiny brain. Well, I can't.
Anyway.
When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast.
Should we just press everything?
We should. Because
Yeah,
I can
there's
always.
not really
Yes!
many holes.
Because I can always present again later, but. For you're drinking carbonated water, is that right?
Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at that time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter?
Exactly as you say, sir. Although,
Although...
whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Conveniently.
Damn you. He's probably sick of her insulting his language.
Yeah!
I've enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you.
Shut up. The fuck? I think it means the exact opposite.
Anyway.
Other
Wait.
cause of death.
I don't remember that, but let's press it anyway.
Yeah, I don't...
Yes!
Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma.
Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been a bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life.
But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter.
Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that.
And if the victim burned his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must already have been dead at that point. Yes, we know this.
And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time.
I concur. Prosecutor Ouchie is right.
There's some other way for a resident can be taken without leaving a trace. Please do show me.
Yeah, poison.
Press.
Yes!
Without leaving a trace.
If someone is shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height. However, a person's life is taken, there are always traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. I'll definitely have a case of the vapors now. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
There would be physical traces with all those causes of death, that's true, but maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone exactly how you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Takatsuchi Aochi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions.
She's not gonna have sex with you, dude. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace.
We need some evidence to back us
Oh,
up.
court
Yeah.
record. Let's check his cause of death again.
Fired at close range.
Oh, that's really it.
No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. How would that be, though? That has some significance. I just don't know how that would happen.
I think that was when we were trying to get the other guy's testimony where he said he was shot from the back.
Yeah.
But of course, the country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Yes! Press, you bitch! Shut up. Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the Great French Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right. Le Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Please stop coughing when I'm talking.
What just happened?
I didn't do anything.
Stop bubble?
Yeah, but
Do you press it? What?
And then it was like, wait.
Yeah.
Wait, go to the court record? It doesn't even go to naive detectives? Let's just examine everything real quick. Well, except for
Well, it's clearly that's I don't
maybe
know.
his card?
Maybe he's gonna add something.
Oh.
Questions, I think. Definitely.
Oh, we already saw that.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing lights up still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will we be able to press him, though? Wait. No, it's nothing. Okay.
I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand? Haha, killer blow. This lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
Oh, amazing! He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense.
I very much doubt that.
Still, there's something about Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right.
What do you think, Ryan?
I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information.
Do you think maybe he coughs because he was poisoned too?
Maybe.
Whoa! And she's
That
like,
was-
I'll give you the antidote if you help me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh! You're right!
Maybe not. I don't know if I missed something at the beginning when he was introduced, but
He didn't say anything about his cough. He's never brought it up.
Suspicious. We need to find a way to break her testimony or the cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. Oh. Kazuma.
Watch, Ryan.
There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me.
Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett?
Actually, no. About the person sitting next to her. Inspector Hosanaga.
The detective?
Yes. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statements. I was wondering if it might be significant, if it might present an opening, maybe.
Right, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. If you think... But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself... Let's see what we can get out of the detective.